Today we speak with Lambert Zhang, General Manager of Vortex and the new ambassador for the biggest fleet in Asia. Thanks for joining, Lambert. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Lambert from Suzhou, China. So since graduating in 2005, I have dedicated nearly 2 decades to the overseas sales and business development with the garden tools and the floor care appliances manufacturing industrials. So it is a pleasure to join you, Alex, today.
Thank you very much. So you mentioned garden tools and also floor cleaning. So is there also like robotics involved? Do you have like any robots at home?
Yes, exactly. I actually use robotic cleaners from brands like Dreame, robotic at home. And they are not just a product I work with. So to some extent, they are part of my daily life. And I would like to say their performance of cleaning is amazing.
So basically you're at work with these robots and then you go back home and then you have like more robots around you. So there's always a robot working with you or for you. Okay, that's nice. So we just met recently in Suzhou, and besides you defeating me in ping pong and table tennis, and why did you decide, maybe you feel a bit guilty that you won against me, but beyond that, why did you decide to help the biggest fleet campaign and become the ambassador for Asia? I mean, there comes some time you have to invest with it. So what's your train of thought here?
Okay, so beyond the table tennis rivalry, so there were 3 reasons. So firstly, I'm genuinely passionate about driving the microbots category forward. And secondly, I wanted to offer my full support to you, Alexander, and the ambitious vision of the biggest fleet. And the third, ours is the relatively close-knit industrial where collaboration is key. So we grow by supporting each other.
Amazing. So let me know if there's like something I can do one day for you, and hopefully you also let me win the next time, and table tennis. Okay, so you mentioned you started with garden tools. So how did you get personally involved into cleaning robotics? I mean, from gardening outside to indoor cleaning, there's still a way. So like, how did you got from one thing to the other?
Oh, yes. So thanks for asking this question. So actually, my career journey into cleaning robotics began with my long-term involvement in the floor care appliances industry. And in the past 20 years, so I have witnessed the evolution from traditional cleaning tools to smart, intelligent solutions. So what truly sparked me my passion was seeing how robotics could solve the real-life problems. So freeing up time for families, improving cleaning efficiency, and integrating seamlessly to smart homes. So at Vortex, we have focused on making these technologies accessible and reliable, so which has only deepened my commitment to this field.
Okay. When I traveled China last time, I felt like China is playing like a special role in this, getting into robotics and all these new products. Do you share this opinion, and how would you describe the role China has right now in the world for these kinds of products, specifically in terms of like microbots, these smaller cleaning robots?
Okay, so this is really a very big topic.
Well, take your time. We have 1 hour, so feel free to elaborate.
Yeah, thank you. And in my understanding, China plays a critical and distinct role in the global robotics landscape. It has become the world's manufacturing powerhouse. But more importantly, it is now a core innovation center. We exceed at a rapid iteration, cost-effective scaling, and integrating advanced artificial intelligence into the practical applications. So in cleaning robotics, China is not just exploring the world, it is setting the path for innovation, defining what's possible for smart home ecosystems.
Okay, and at Vortex, you developed these microbots specifically for households since day one. Do you think like these machines or like similar machines are really ready also for professional use?
Yes, so I strongly believe it. So you are personally not totally convinced that, but you may hear from customers pushing for it. So for sure, the build quality is great. So it is more than a matter of used components. Maybe some scenarios in which they can work, such as in hotels, small office, meeting rooms, and even the living room, the environments.
So everything that's somehow similar, familiar to what the robot would see at home, uh, particularly in your probably really big house.
Yes.
so, so what developments do you see in this industry in the upcoming years? I feel like you have like already vacuuming in consumer products. You also have wet cleaning. Like, is there still room for improvements? Like, what will we see in the upcoming years? Like, what are the innovations that will come out of China?
Hmm. Okay, so during your visit in China, so you may also get some information or feeling of it. So manufacturers of professional cleaning robots coming down into the segment, other manufacturers going up. So this convergence we are thrilling to watch. So for domestic, it will be quite challenging. So what can be done after floor clean? So right now, only niche ideas and the gimmicks like the robotic arm for socks and
I
the
saw that one.
spinner
Yes.
sliding gadgets, as you may also see in the IFA show this year.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we will see what we can actually use for professional use out of these like R&D endeavors. Okay. So
Yes.
you mentioned quickly like use cases like hotel room cleaning, like these living room environments for professional use. Where do you see like the biggest use cases for these smaller robots in professional cleaning?
Mm, so in my understanding, a guy who brings a lot of those robotics into the hospitality in the UK and
Mm-hmm.
behind a German guy who is a fleet management is about 50% small robots. So particularly in the UK and the mainland of Europe, where the floor space is relatively small and their labor shortage is huge. So it needs these solutions.
Okay, okay. So we talked a lot about microbots right now, getting away a bit from them. The ranking also shows like a strong focus on retail spaces, education, infrastructure. Which other sectors or subsectors do you see have a significant potential for automation? And is there a subsection that works really well in China?
Yes. So China also started with, for example, the security and the indoor delivery robots, and has ventured after into the cleaning, the outdoor logistics, and the surgery, and much more. And China right now is thinking more about what categories can be a success in Europe and also
Mm.
in North America rather than new categories only in China.
Okay, so still a lot to roll out in your target markets instead of like thinking about new categories in China. Okay,
Yes.
interesting. Talking about like this Chinese market, how would you describe your market compared to the European market you're addressing right now in your role as a managing director of Vortex, or like maybe you have some experiences with the North American markets? How does China work differently as a market from these other Western markets?
Okay. The Asian market, especially in China, so it is characterized by rapid adoption and fierce competition. And the consumers here are tech savvy and have the high expectation for innovation and
Mhm.
affordability. They need it, they can buy it, right? In contrast, markets like in Europe and North America tend to emphasize reliability and the data security. So then you also have the opportunity due to the security, the data security issue and the integration with existing smart home ecosystems for all the home appliances. So that said, we are seeing a convergence. Asian manufacturers are increasingly trailing products to meet the global standards, while the
Mhm.
Western markets are embracing the innovation and the scalability that the Asia offers.
Okay, okay. Talking about these innovations, I mean, now we're talking to down to earth products like cleaning robots, and there's like at least a decade of like experience in like how to build these robots and how to get something fairly clean. And there's like these new things like humanoid robots. Is like your company or your mother company already exploring these, and like how far we are we in these humanoid robots? What are your expectations for this category? I mean, you're not personally involved, but you're very close to the source, so our listeners are really keen to understand.
Okay. Yes. In my eyes, the humanoid robotics represents an exciting frontier, but we are still in the early stage regarding the widespread practical application. So at Vortex, we are monitoring the developments closely and collaborating with the tech partners on the potential use cases. So, however, our current focus still remains on the perfecting specialized robot like the vacuum cleaner, and that delivers clear, the tangible value. So in the near future, I expect the human roles to find niches in areas like consumer service or the healthy care, but for household and the commercial cleaning, the purpose-built robots will continue to dominate the market.
Okay, okay, I'm relieved. I mean, I'm a bit worried about these guys. Like one day, it might not be you winning against me in ping pong, but a robot of yours. So until then, there's still some time to process this idea. At the very end, thanks for your time. What will be like, like the biggest fleet? Obviously, is like a yearly thing. So every year we can see like the progress in these professional cleaning fleets, and we learn something from it. But like, let's say the biggest fleet in 2030, in I don't know, in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. What do you expect in this professional field? Like, do you have like any ideas on like how these fleets will develop?
Mhm. Mm, from a Chinese manufacturing perspective, so it doesn't matter how robotics will look like exactly. Innovation
Okay.
cycle are short. Supply chain rocks is still solid. So it is more about how big the opportunities and the biggest fleet will tell us export increase and in numbers, and more importantly, the fleet sizes. So that will help the whole industrials and it is customers.
Very wise words at the very end. So, Lambert, once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for being like the ambassador for Asia this year. It's very interesting to get the Chinese perspective on things, and I'm looking forward very much to our next table tennis match. Thanks, Lambert.
Okay, thanks for entering. So maybe next time we will also have the robotic arm to play the table tennis with you.
Okay, I want to see that. Thank you very much.